plaintiff, Daniel Ferraro, met the defendant online, and they started dating. Daniel claims when the defendant fell on hard times, he allowed her to use his credit card, but she failed to pay off the bill, so he's suing. Defendant Joanne Pomajay says she was separated from her husband when she met and fell in love with Daniel. Joanne admits that after her divorce, she struggled financially, but she insists she never agreed to pay off Daniel's credit card bill.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I met Joanne, I think it was 2006. It was a late night for me. I sent her 4 words in a MySpace message. Wow, you are fantastic. Clearly, she's an attractive woman. So clearly, she's out of my league, so I didn't expect a response. The next day, I woke up and I got this huge message. I'm like, oh, okay. So I responded back.
What were some of the things that were said?
I remember the first line. She just says, wow, your page is loud. Just because you could put your music on your page. And we just didn't agree on the same type of music. She was married at the time. So going through a separation, I believe.
She told you that?
Eventually. Eventually. So we exchanged messages, started IMing each other. Eventually met up. Before we met up, she did inform me that she was going through a separation, eventually a divorce. Through this time, I got to know more about her. She was a former dancer. Her husband was a millionaire and basically took her away from that lifestyle. It says, I'm going to get you off that stage.
What's wrong with ballet? Go ahead.
So as time went on, I got to know more about her lifestyle. She lived more of a rich lifestyle, which I've never had. My clothes weren't good enough. My car wasn't good enough. My house wasn't good enough.
She told you that, or you felt that?
She told me that.
Okay.
And so she tried to buy me clothes and everything, and I just would try to reject her. I don't want this stuff. I like my comfortable clothes and everything. I don't want to wear $300 skinny jeans. So as time went on, we went out for a long time, on and off for 10 years.
Okay, so 10 years you went out and you drained her of all her money?
I didn't drain her of...
What happened?
No.
What happened?
That's not my lifestyle.
Tell me what happened with her money.
With her money, that's hers that she spent and lost.
Do you know what happened to it? She spent her millions on what? You were going with her, weren't you not?
It was her husband's money. That when they got divorced, she got a settlement, and then she ended up spending that.
Well, that's what we're talking about, the settlement that she received.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me hear from you.
Hi. Yes, I met Daniel in June 8th, 2006 online, and instantly started a friendship with him. And I was basically estranged from my husband, wanting to go into, we did get separated and eventually divorced. But in that time that I met Dan, I fell in love with him. He was my best friend.
What was it you loved about him?
That he was funny.
Okay.
What I liked about was that we were just like on the same page about a lot of things. But
compatible.
we do, yeah, very compatible, and we do have differences in music,
Okay.
So and when I just love unconditionally. And so I was a very generous, very independently, financially stable at that time. And money was...
Were you a millionaire?
Well, I don't know if I want to say I was a millionaire, but I had a certain lifestyle.
You weren't worth over $1 million?
Maybe I was at one time.
Okay, when you were worth over $1 million, you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a divorce, and then what happened?
So what happened was, usually when you get a divorce, you would get the settlement in one lump sum. That didn't happen with me. I had an ex-husband that paid payments on it, but he paid them late. And so it caused a lot of pressure and financial struggles in the relationship. And the money, the lump sum, didn't come all at once.
I know. It came in payments, but it wasn't small payments. I bet you that.
Well...
Go ahead, sir. What you suing her for?
10 years down the road, on our last breakup, before our last breakup, she had to work at that point because she was out of money. She was in between jobs. She was always asking me for cash, for gas, or what have you.
And you don't know what happened to that $1 million.
I never saw it.
Right. You got played. Go ahead, though.
So she needed gas for money, or she needed money for gas. And I said, you know what? Take my card. This is for emergencies. You can fill up your car to go to work. If your car breaks down, use that for emergencies. If your son needs to eat, okay? And she swore that, yes, I will pay you back. And she was not on the account. 3.5 years later, I've not seen a dime of that.
Okay, when you ask about your money, what does she say?
She says she makes excuses.
The last time you asked about your money, when was it?
I believe about 6 months ago.
About 6 months ago. And what did she say?
You're not a priority. I don't have money to pay you. Okay,
so that presumes that she owes you. If she says you're not a priority, that means you're not a priority in her bill payment.
Right.
I don't have it to pay you right now. That's what is presumed by that statement. But what is it that you have?
Here's an email. Right here.
Okay.
All right, ma'am. What do you say to this?
I don't know.
Credit card charges.
He offered to help me through August 2015 through December 15th because I was unemployed at the time. I had little jobs that didn't last very long, and I used it to help pay my bills that he knew of. I don't believe all $10,000 was all to me that I spent on, because I took care of him and I bought his things with it, but I didn't. He was my boyfriend, and thought we were going to get married. I thought 2015 we were at our strongest that we were in the 10 years, that we were kind of over the little things in the past. And it just ended in financial, he stressed me out because of the pressure, because he found out how much his statements were coming to. And I felt the lowest of my lowest at that time.
Yeah, I feel sad for you. Did you ever agree to repay?
Did I ever agree to repay?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I thought it was a gift.
Okay, well, I'm reading an email from you where you did agree to repay. Have a good day.
I feel like I got took.
We haven't talked.
Nothing. We don't have any contact. It's over.
It's been over.